Hi, I'm Brendan McCormack. Welcome to Bloomsday, Clonakilty. We're at the Cope Foundation with all wonderful people who over the years have been our greatest supporters of Bloomsday in Clonakilty. And thanks to Katya Bielska for organising this and bringing us all together today and making sure that even despite COVID and all the restrictions, that Bloomsday is going to go ahead. I'm just going to read a little quote from chapter 9 which kind of sums up maybe what we're doing here today. And it's from Stephen Dedalus in the chapter on Scylla and Charybdis. Every life is many days, day after day. We walk through ourselves, meeting robbers, ghosts, giants, old men, young men, wives, widows, brothers in love, but always meeting ourselves. And I'm going to hand over to the great people at the Cope Foundation to take it from here. Thanks very much.
Maria Coomey reading Ulysses by James Joyce. He skipped off the gun rest and looked gravely at his watcher, gathering about his legs the folds of his gown. The plump, shadowed face and sullen oval jowl recalled a prelate, patron of arts in the Middle Ages. A pleasant smile broke quietly over his lips. The mockery of it, he said gaily, your absurd name, an ancient Greek. He pointed his finger in friendly jest and went over to the parapet, laughing to himself. Stephen Dedalus stepped up, followed him wearily, halfway and sat down on the edge of the gun rest, watching him still as he popped his mirror on the parapet, dipped the brush in the bowl and lathered cheeks and neck.
Go.
Another slice of bread and butter, 3, 4, right. She didn't like her plate full, right. He turned from the tray, lifted the kettle off the hob and set it sideways on the fire. Cup of tea, good mouth joy. The cat walked stiffly around the leg of the table with the tail on high.
Grant.
Another slice of bread and butter, 3, 4, right. She didn't like her plate full, right. He turned from the tray and lifted the kettle off the hob and set it sideways on the fire. Cup of tea soon, good. Mouth dry. The cat walked stiffly round the leg of the table with tail on high.
Hello, all my good friends, and thank you very much indeed for inviting me here today for this 2021 Bloomsday and at the Cope Foundation in Clonakilty. My grandfather was a man by the name of Charles Joyce, who was the youngest brother of James. And I was born in Dublin. My dad was Frederick Joyce, who was an optician. And I'm living here in Clon with my, this is my wife's territory down here, so I'm delighted to be here. So I'll just do a little bit of Ulysses. It's just a short piece now. And Teresa Jennings now read the nice part of the food, and the piece I'd like to do is the not so nice part of the food, and it's the eatery from hell, the restaurant from hell, okay? His heart astir, he pushed in the door of the Burton restaurant. Stink gripped his trembling breath. Pungent meat juice, slush of greens, see the animals feed. Men, 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 perched on high stools by the bar, hats shoved back, at the tables calling for more bread. No charge, swilling, wolfing gobfuls of sloppy food, their eyes bulging, wiping wetted moustaches. A pallid, suet-faced young man polished his tumbler, knife, fork and spoon in his napkin. New set of microbes, germs. The man with an infant's sauce-stained napkin tucked round him shoveled gurgling soup down his gullet. A man spitting back on his plate, half-masticated grizzle. Gums, no teeth to chew it. Chump-chop from the grill, bolting to get it over. Sad boozer's eyes, bitten off more than he can chew. Am I like that? See ourselves as others see us. Hungry man is an angry man, working tooth and jaw. Don't. A bone. That last pagan king of Ireland, Cormac, in the school poem, choked himself at Sletty, southward of the Boyne. Wonder what he was eating, something voluptuous. St. Patrick converted him to Christianity. Couldn't swallow it all, however. Roast beef and cabbage, one stew. Smells of men, spat on sawdust, Swedish warmish cigarette smoke. Reek of plug, spilt beer, men's beery piss, the stale ferment. His gorge rose, couldn't eat a morsel here. Fellow sharpening knife and fork to eat all before him. Old chap picking his tootles. Slight spasm, full, chewing the cud. Before and after, grace after meals. Look on this picture then, on that. Scoffing up stew gravy with sopping sippets of bread. Licking it off the plate. Man, get out of this. He gazed round the stooled and tabled eaters, tightening the wings of his nose. 2 stouts here, and off he went, out of the eatery from hell.
Now, that's it for Bloomsday in Clonakilty at the Cope Foundation. Thanks to everybody who's helped out, to Eileen for the wonderful cakes and coffee, to Katya for organising and putting it all together. And we hope to see everybody in the Barras next year for a full Bloomsday. Thanks to Philip Joyce, thanks to Inagh, thanks to Maria, and thanks to Teresa for reading today.
Well done.